April Fool's Day 2014. Wow. I said that specifically because the question is, who's the fool here? We just found out some very interesting stories happening here in Springboro. It makes you wonder, WTF? What the hell is going on here the last couple of years? Under the Coles leadership and the school board that we had, we became totally fiscally viable. We went from a $6 million deficit, to $22 million deficit to a $6 million surplus, and actually now it's been actually valued to be almost $10 million surplus. Okay, here's some interesting things that's happened here in the last couple of years, and most egregiously here within the past week. We see the mayor of Springboro, Mayor Agenbrod, in an uncontested mayoral race, has a six-figure war chest. This man is 68 years old. By his own admission, he has no future political ambitions. He just wants to be the mayor of Springboro. At least that's what he quoted to the Dayton Daily News. And reporter Larry Budd. Okay, you're 68 years old, dude. Get the hell out. You know? That sounds like Boss Hogg to me. Exactly like Boss Hogg. And he gets donations from all people before his death. Arlen Specter? What the fuck? But then this guy's a Democrat, right? And he gives money out of his war chest to other campaigns. He gives it to Warren County Sheriff Larry Sims, who conveniently lives in Springboro, and is a Mason, mind you. But I might just say he's a Republican. Yeah, there's no currying a favor here at all. None whatsoever. And also, to top that off, just heard a story today. Jim Tressler, formerly of Ohio State University Buckeyes coach fame, or infamy, whichever you want to call it. I have to do my research. I don't remember exactly why he got booted off the team. And the guy was in a top 10 team for 10 years, for Christ's sake. I remember it was during a peak season or something. He got thrown out. I can't remember exactly what happened. I have to look it up, like I said. If someone could forward me information, it'd be great. But Springboro has just hired this damn guy 3 years after his tenure to be in a newly minted position of assistant athletic director, athletic recruitment director, or something like that. Okay, this is unacceptable, especially with the bullshit that just happened with UD this past week, where the team rioted because, or the fans rioted because their team lost. I mean, I'm not saying that Springboro do that if the Panthers all of a sudden got to a higher tiered group for their team to excel to. You know, why isn't this guy going to Massillon, Ohio? I mean, Christ, they made a whole documentary about how the Tigers came from nothing to a top-winning team. You know, why Springboro of all places? So that's the first thing that makes you go, what the fuck? And then secondly, I just heard that the last heir of the Wrigley dynasty, as in Wrigley Chewing Gum, as in Wrigley Field, as in Chicago Mafia, in essence, because obviously there's a lot of money going around. I'm not saying he's Italian or of the mob, obviously, but there's obviously money going there. $45 million is redistributed to 4 Ohio high schools. And I think they're in the area. One of them is Springboro. And you know what they did? They just bought Careflight Field. And they're going to rename it Juicy Fruit Stadium. Okay? And they're going to paint the goddamn bleachers yellow. The school colors are blue, for Christ's sake, not yellow. And then to top that off, wasn't Juicy Fruit commercials banned from television because the lyrics were so explicit? You remember those tunes? Juicy fruit is gonna move ya. Tastes soft. It gets right to take a stick, pull it out. Taste is gonna move you when you pop it in your mouth. That sounds very sexually explicit to me if you want to use it in that connotation. Okay, but there's something going on here. What the fuck? Why Springboro of all places? Something very much to seriously raise John and I have skepticism about what the hell's going on in this town, and it's not just because yours truly is here. So I think this is very interesting because we see how globalists do this shit, where they go and they raid, like with Ukraine, they go and they bust second world countries that are trying to shoot for independence, and basically go and come in flush with cash, riddle them with debt, and basically enslave them. So we see that's happening everywhere, every step. Okay. Website, sonnythomas.com, springboroteaparty.com.org, csccohio.org, and thehmd.com. Check out my radio show at blogtalkradio.com/truthemerges and the Sonny Thomas Show. Shalom Shemaha. Buckeyes, baby. No UK,
No Michigan here. Love Ohio State like everybody else, but I ain't worried about some fucking football team.